Hi everybody, Tasha here from Piximommy's Reborns. Welcome back, and to everybody new, hello and welcome. So this is a very special video, and yes, you clicked on the right video. I will in just a few moments be presenting to you the first reborn baby that I have painted myself. Now, to those of you that are new to my channel, I am a collector, a reborn and silicone doll collector, and I've been a collector for about 4 years or so now. And I've been wanting to paint for almost all of those 4 years. And I came very close even a couple years ago to ordering all the supplies I needed, and then wound up in spine surgery and yada yada yada. Anyhow, I'm gonna turn my attention and present the baby. But before I do that, I want to say that he's really not totally finished, but I just got really excited and, kind of just wanted to have the baby born, get him together and have him be born. And then I'll go back and work on some things. And then I have to root the hair. So my channel members have been following along with me. I've been giving them kind of play-by-plays of the whole process and some videos, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But let's get to showing you. So without further ado, and we're gonna take a little bumpy, noisy ride down to the baby. Let me fix the camera. So I have painted Pip by Cassie Brace, and he is a preemie baby. So I went for that preemie look, that real, that Rudy. The color is actually called Rudy. I learned from another collector, but that, deep red, blotchy, purpley kind of, preemie look. Anyway, so, he's not perfect. And so last night I was so excited to put him together. I did that while filming, and I cut the cord, which is the final zip tie, while filming for my channel members. It was a really exciting moment, but I have to go in and do some details, of course. Even looking today, and I'm like, oh, there's so many things that I kind of did not wrong, but I mean, anyway, he's here. He's here. So let's take a look at the first Pixie baby. Say hello to, I'm calling him Beethoven for now, Bayou for short, because he was born on Beethoven and Mozart, classical music. But yeah, this is my Pip. So it's the first baby. It's not an easy process at all. And even like today, going back in and watching some more bits and pieces of tutorials, like free things on YouTube. I haven't like purchased any tutorials or anything. Honestly, even more that I watched today, I feel like if I go back and follow one from start to finish and go through the different stages, I would probably be better off. I seem to do things to myself the hard way and just how to kind of get in there and do. but I think there are some things that will go easier and better by following something step by step. Not that I have to paint exactly the way any other artists, tutorials are, but there's some, anyway, I'm talking too much. I should just enjoy this moment of presenting. It's a long time coming. And inside my channel membership, my Pixie Squad, is everything behind the scenes. And of course, I'll be going back in there with them to go over the details of this baby so far and talk to them about, kind of something, to give tips of where I feel I went wrong, what I'm going to do differently, what I can change, fix, and do more, and all of that. So if you would like to join my channel membership, come on in and support my channel. It's $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel at any time. You must be an adult 18 years or older to join. But for less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, we have fun in there. I do exclusive live streams. There's lots of perks. And, my newest journey now in painting, which I am all in, just the emotional journey that it was, bringing him to life. I knew I would love painting. I just didn't realize that I would love it this much. So, oh my gosh, I'm just, yeah. So there'll be more coming, and like I said, I'm going to share in my membership what my plan is, the next step in how I'm going to be practicing. Let me see what you all can see. He does have a belly plate that came with the kit, or like you could add it with the kit. It doesn't fit him well. It comes down. It probably could have maybe been trimmed or something. I don't know, but I don't have it on him. But there is, that I painted as well, his belly plate. But for now, this is him. And, I didn't rush, but I stopped at a certain point to, put him, have him kind of born so I could, there's just something about, seeing the vinyl parts that you're painting and everything put together into a whole little baby. And, it's exciting when you're painting your first time to see that happen. So anyway, so there's just little things like that I have to go in and do details of his lips and nails, and some details, and hopefully some lanuga. And then I have to go through the whole process of learning to root. So, but I really felt good and confident as I was painting him, that everything that I studied over the past few years, and paying close attention to lots of tutorials and just artists, tips, and I don't know, all that stuff, as well as studying all the babies that have come in and out of my nursery, which many of you that have been with me know that's been a lot. So I've had the opportunity to see a lot of artists work, and so it was really fun going along, kind of grasping things and understanding. And yes, I got some balloons for the big event because it's huge. To any of you that have, any of you that are collectors that have decided to venture into painting probably understand, or just anybody that started painting, you understand what a big deal your first baby is. So, and I am in love with the Pip sculpt. I picked a preemie. I love preemies. I felt like a preemie, there was room for, because they're very like blotchy and blemishy and imperfect, that there was kind of room for imperfections and things like that. But all of you that are with me, that know me well, know that preemies are my thing. I just, the tinier, I love the little micro preemies, but Pip is a wonderful size preemie, because I think he'll fit into small newborn or newborn baggy or preemie clothes. And he's so sweet. And he looks adorable bald, and I wanted a baby that would look good bald in case I decide to start another kit before I start rooting. It'll just be kind of going with the flow. So I can enjoy him and have him bald, because he's got a beautiful cranial structure. I mean, look at Cassie Brace's sculpting. I have her Ramsey that's bare, and he also has a beautiful head. And I've seen some bald Ramses. Shelby has an adorable one over by her, Theo, and oh god, he's such a cutie, and he's a baldy. And yeah, Cassie's sculpts definitely lend themselves to that. So it's a great place, to start with a sculpt that you can enjoy as a baldy when you're starting out, or if you just don't have time to root. Definitely pick a sculpt that you'll be able to enjoy a little baldy. So I'm just gonna have some fun with him, and work on him as I, mosey on along. But I'm going back and forth. Like last night, I was like really proud of myself and excited. And I'm like, he's not half bad for a first baby. Then today, I'm watching some more, looking at some more. And then I'm like, oh gosh, feel like I did this wrong, that wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh, maybe he's a hot mess. And I'll tell you, it is really, really hard to assess your own work. It really is. All I can say is that he's appealing to my eye, but I painted him in the look that I love, that I'm drawn to. So other than AA, this is my second favorite painting style, is this very blotchy, red newborny. And he had some great blemishes. I have work in progress pictures. In fact, I don't know if I shared that particular picture at that stage with the Pixie Squad. I'll have to post it. But he had a really nice, which you could barely see, but he had a really nice white pimple there. That wasn't raised, that was flat, that looked really nice, but it looked very, very white. I took some work in progress pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so, so white. And then he also has down here, the little pimples, on his chin, and those were more pronounced as well, and as well as his nose. So they looked much more pronounced. And I thought they were really sticking out when I took the work in progress photos, which is a great thing to do, because then you can look at the photos and see. So I toned them down, and they looked good before I did the matte varnish, and that I didn't realize was going to tone them down so much that now you can't see them. So now I know, and I may go back in and re-add to those, because I loved him to have the little cluster of pimples there, the little one there, and then the milk bumps. I really liked that. So, anyway, that's one of many, many, many things. I had a little mishap with the heat in the oven on the first beak, so I had a problem with, hands and feet because of that, because we got a little kind of burns on the fingertips, and, it's things don't go perfect because you're dealing with so many variables. It's a very, very time consuming, lots of steps process, especially if you're going for, I was pushing myself, and I think probably it's better for me to go back and learn the basic fundamentals of just getting a baby painted, fundamentally, instead of I was striving and pushing so hard for that hyperrealism and those, all those little details, and which is great, but I feel like I missed then some fundamentals, and I feel like I gotta slow myself down, not as far as working fast, but as far as in my brain, slow myself down, because without the foundation, the fundamental things, you're not going to have the rest. So I feel I have definitely a good potential for the rest in that hyper realism, but I need to go back and I need to practice. So if that makes sense. And I am going to, like I said, chat in detail. We have some artists in the Pixie Squad, which is fantastic, because they're passionate about their work, so they love to talk about it and don't mind answering even my questions, which may answer some of your old questions. And you all can, again, go through the process with me wherever you're at, if you just, whatever. So that's that. So make sure, if you enjoyed this video, that you hit that like button for me on the way out. Definitely smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so you never miss a video, because if you don't have that notifications turned on, you may miss videos. So anyway, if you want to see more of little, pondering, I was going to just ask my members, but I'll ask you all out here too. I was also pondering Mozart, or if anybody else had any ideas of, names that kind of go with that, because I was just playing all that classical music and it was really inspiring. And I was like, I didn't sleep for like 2 days straight. I just did not want to stop. I was just loving it and just wanted to keep going. And I was just loving, it was just so beautiful seeing this blank kit coming to life, and I was doing it, and it's just so satisfying, and so you just want to keep going and going, and I was just just going and going, and now we actually have a baby. So after I fixed his little things and everything, because I thought about, I could strip him and go back and try to get more perfect. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I kind of want to have him and just have the example of what I first did. I don't know. I don't have to strip him, because I can just go on to other babies. And I I feel like he's, he's not perfect, but he's not like a hot, mess. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's so hard to evaluate your own work. I'm really good at evaluating others' work, and I don't mean evaluating by critiquing. I just mean like, seeing like potential in artists and, seeing the good things really. Um I have no problem seeing all the good, wonderful things in, everyone else's work. But when you're working on something, it's like it's there in front of you. So now you're getting familiar and used to seeing it. So now you don't know the difference. Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, when somebody sees your kid that they haven't seen in a month or two and they're like, oh my gosh, like seriously, they look so much bigger or they look different or they changed or whatever. And you see them every day. So maybe in a month or two time, you wouldn't notice such a, change. So it's the same thing. It's like you're looking at it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to tell. And it's also, I don't want to evaluate my painting with the dolls, that I have here, which are mostly high-end reborns, because I just kind of vowed to myself I don't think it's a good idea to start comparing my work to anyone else's, no less, you know, um, seasoned artists, that I think would probably, stop me in my tracks. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for being here and sharing this part of my journey with me. And little I said Beethoven, but I keep thinking Mozart now, even though it's like doesn't really seem like a baby name, but I don't know. Tell me what you all think. And this could change because rooting changes a doll as well. So for all I know, he could turn out really looking like a girl after I root him. So but I want something to call him now other than Pip, other than the sculpt name. So if you all have any ideas, definitely leave a comment below. Definitely leave a comment. And everybody that knows me knows the deal and how like kind of straightforward I am. And I want that from you all. Like I don't want anybody blowing sunshine up my butt. And I want to be critiqued because especially if it's like you could say I don't know, like I feel like it helps you grow, and there's maybe not things that I don't notice that other people might, so that'll be helpful to me. um like I said, I'm gonna go over with my members like all the things so that if anybody has like suggestions, they'll know what I already know and what I maybe don't know. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, I don't know. I thought on a whole, I feel like I can enjoy this baby. So whether it's because I painted him myself or whether he's just appealing to my eye or whatever, I don't know. He's such a cute sculpt, so I think any paint on this sculpt, he's really a great sculpt. If you all love preemies and you do not have a Pip in your collection, you need a Pip. Oh my gosh, like I'm beyond in love with this sculpt. All right, everyone, I'm making this forever, but happy Sunday, because this will be Sunday when it goes up. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I have not been to bed yet, as you all know my schedule, so But look at this little guy. I mean, does he at least pass for a baby? All right, I'll catch you all later. God bless.